So here we are in Jeremiah 13, and Jeremiah is still pleading with God, but God is responding to Jeremiah to get a linen belt, to bury it in the ground, and then come back after a while and dig it up. And he finds that it's, destroyed by the water and being in the dirt. It's no longer useful for anything. God's saying that it's the same way for him and his people. For the people of Israel, they become worthless because of all the things that they've done. It's symbolic, of course. It's a metaphor. But God's warning them and saying, hey, stop doing this. Stop doing the things you're doing. All the idolatry and the sin. Come back to me. Hear and pay attention. Don't be arrogant, for the Lord has spoken. Give glory to the Lord your God before he brings the darkness, before your feet stumble on the darkening hills. If you don't listen, I will weep because of your pride. But you're going to be punished. You're going to be carried away. And he gave them the warning beforehand, but they wouldn't listen. So then drought, famine, and the sword came. This is what God's saying, he's saying this is what you're going to say in that day, Judah's going to mourn, her cities are going to languish, they wail for the land, and the cry goes up from Jerusalem, from the oldest to the youngest. They greatly love to wander, they do not restrain their feet, so the Lord does not accept them. He will now remember their wickedness and punish them for their sins. That's shame when God says that to you. Do not pray for the well-being of this people. Although they fast, I will not listen to their cry. Though they offer burnt offerings and grain sacrifices, I will not accept them. I will destroy them with the sword, famine, and plague. And they just didn't believe it. They'd rather hear from the false prophets the things that they wanted to hear. Only the good things, never the bad truths. But they just affirmed all their behavior, never called it out, never changed. And instead of listening to the words of the Lord and changing, they turned their ears away from God and opened them to false prophets who would just affirm them and encourage them. And they refused to repent and turn away from their sin and come back to God. So God's saying to Jeremiah, they refuse to listen. There's there's nothing I can do. This is what's going to happen to them. And we're about to carry it out. They're going to come from the north. They're going to siege your city and take captive all of your people. And it's coming to pass. The rebellion is strong when your mind and heart are so blinded to the words of God and your heart is so hardened to his words. How we are like that in our lives. Think about that.